Hello everybody and welcome to today's Sunday sermon, which is the 29th Sunday of the year. Today we have an extraordinary event in the Gospel, which is from Mark chapter 10. Two disciples, very well known and very close to Jesus, James and John, brothers actually, they came to Jesus with a request, saying that they wanted to be seated at Jesus' kingdom, one at his right and the other on his left. And this was an extraordinary request because Jesus had just explained to them why he was going to Jerusalem, and they were all on the road to Jerusalem, and this was very close on Jesus' crucifixion. So Jesus tells them it's not the kingdom you think it is. And moreover, it takes an ugly twist because the other 10 apostles can hear what happened with James and John. And they become indignant. And they become angry or jealous. And then Jesus had to take it on seriously. And he called them all aside. And he explained what his kingdom was about. His kingdom is not like the kingdoms that we experience here on earth. But in the kingdoms of the world, the rulers of the world, he said, they lord it over their subjects. And the more powerful the king is, the more people he is ruling. But Jesus said, my kingdom is a kingdom of love, inclusion. Everyone is welcome. And I don't rule by power. I rule by love. So in today's gospel we are hearing that Jesus was not here to rule the world as James and John, and as it turns out all the apostles were hoping that he would rule the world. And in fact this journey to Jerusalem probably was a journey on a way to the big city. Jerusalem is the big city for the Jewish people, and the city was founded, and the ancestors of the city are David, and to restore that kingdom of David is what they were expecting, an earthly kingdom. And today in our lives, do we fully understand the kingdom of God? And I've often heard people say, and sometimes I wonder myself, why does Jesus not rule the world? Why didn't he come to banish evil and evil people? Why didn't he bring peace and harmony to the world and get rid of sin? We may not understand that if he did this, the whole order of things in the world would change. It would be a perfect world. And why not, we may ask? Is it reasonable to say, why not? However, this would tend to border on the magical. There would be no free will. We would be living perfect lives. There would be no choosing on our part. We would be like machines with no soul, and we would have no challenge. There would be no Handel's Messiah. There would be no Nelson Mandela. There would be no heroes among us. There would be no challenge for us to be beautiful creatures that we are meant to be, with all the possibilities of doing great things. There would be no chance for us to experience the wonder of creation. It is a reasonable argument to criticize our belief in a God who allows evil and war and bad people to live alongside us. However, the kingdom of God that Jesus is describing to his apostles today is a kingdom that has never been seen. It's a new kingdom, and it's a new experience, which they did experience, especially at Pentecost. This kingdom is alive and well, the kingdom of Jesus, because we have seen in our history, the history of Christianity, many people who have given their lives for this kingdom, for Jesus, who is the King, Christ the King. Now, they have gone the whole way in accepting their deaths. We have the Ugandan martyrs in Africa. We have the Korean martyrs. We have the great martyrs of England and Ireland in the 16th, 17th centuries, who suffered because of the penal laws, when it was against the law to be a Catholic and also to be at Mass. In that kingdom of Jesus, all people are equal. All people are the same in the eyes of God and in the eyes of Jesus, who is God. All are one. Love and respect is evident among people who are living in this kingdom. We know people by the way they love each other, is what was said of the early Christians. We read about it in the Gospels and in the epistles of the New Testament. We know the kingdom of God that Jesus spoke about through our prayer. In prayer, we listen mostly to what God is saying to us in our hearts. Then what do we hear? We hear, love your enemies, forgive each other, ask for forgiveness, be humble, welcome the stranger, give bread to the hungry, give clothes to those who are naked and very poor. Give respect to each individual that you meet every day in your life. In the world of this kingdom that Jesus established, all people are brothers and sisters. We get to know Christ the King and His kingdom in the challenges of our lives, in our sufferings, in our sicknesses, in the challenges we face every day, maybe in relationships, and also financially and in business, and family-wise. All these challenges are open doors for us to find Jesus and His love and concern and His way of helping us through it. He will not leave us alone. I am with you always until the end of time, was His promise. When we submit and trust in the King, everything that challenges us is changed for the better. God bless you. Have a lovely Sunday and have a wonderful week ahead. And may we all join together in prayer and love and comradeship in the kingdom of Christ.